right, let's dive right in. Today, we're going to talk about something really colorful, how to eat the rainbow. I'm sure you've heard this phrase before, right? Eat the rainbow. It's something you hear from pretty much every doctor, nutritionist, you name it. So, is it just a cute, catchy phrase to get us to eat more veggies? Or is there actually some real science behind it? Well, that's exactly what we're going to dig into. Okay, first up, what does eating the rainbow even mean? Honestly, it's super simple. It literally just means eating fruits and vegetables of all different colors, every day. But don't let that simplicity fool you. There's some serious science packed into this idea. All right, let's get into the science of it. Why all the fuss about color? Well, think of the colors in plants like little clues. They're basically signposts pointing to all the unique and powerful nutrients hiding inside. And the heroes of our story? They're called phytonutrients. These are the natural compounds, the actual pigments that give plants their color. And here's the cool part. Each color is linked to totally different health benefits. It's kind of like having a team of tiny, colorful bodyguards working for you. Yeah, these pigments are way more than just pretty colors. See, each color tells you there's a different nutrient inside. A lot of them are incredible at fighting inflammation, and many of them are antioxidants. You've heard of those. They protect our cells from damage. So the main takeaway, the more colors you eat, the wider the range of benefits you're getting. Simple as that. Okay, this is the fun part. Let's take a quick spin through the rainbow and see what each color group is actually doing for us. First step, red. When you see red, your brain should go lycopene. That's the powerhouse phytonutrient you find in things like tomatoes and watermelon. It's a really great antioxidant, and a lot of research points to it being great for heart health. And here's a cool little tip. Cooking tomatoes actually helps your body absorb more of that lycopene, so tomato sauce is a win. All right, next up, let's talk orange and yellow. This group is just loaded with carotenoids, like the famous beta-carotene from carrots. Our bodies take that stuff and turn it into vitamin A, which is crucial for our eyesight and our immune system. So yeah, turns out your parents weren't kidding when they said carrots help you see better. And now for the color everyone thinks of when they hear healthy, green. Greens are, no surprise, an absolute powerhouse. You've got chlorophyll, of course, but then you have veggies like broccoli and kale. They have these things called indoles, and studies suggest those might actually help lower the risk for certain cancers. Really shows you why eat your greens has been solid advice forever. Okay, moving on to the blues and purples. So those amazing deep colors, they come from something called anthocyanins. You'll find them in blueberries, eggplant, that kind of stuff. And what are they famous for? Brain health. We're talking possibly better memory and support for healthy aging. Pretty incredible. And last but not least, a group that sometimes gets forgotten, but is just as important, white and brown. You can't forget about things like cauliflower, garlic, and onions. Garlic, for example, has something called allicin, which is amazing for fighting inflammation and supporting heart health. So yeah, they are absolutely a crucial part of the rainbow. Okay, so the science is cool, right? But how do we actually do this? Without making our lives super complicated. Let's talk practical tips. Here's a really simple goal you can start with today. Don't worry about counting servings or anything complicated. Just look at your plate. At every meal, try to have 2 or 3 different colors on there. That's it. It's such an easy visual check to know you're getting that variety. And it's so much easier than you think, especially at breakfast. Toss some spinach, mushrooms, and peppers in an omelet. Boom, 3 colors. Or just throw some blueberries and strawberries on your yogurt. Easy. Lunch and dinner are perfect for this. A good mixed salad can have 4 or 5 colors without even trying. Or just roast some different veggies together. Think sweet potatoes and Brussels sprouts. So good and so colorful. And snacks are a huge opportunity too. Instead of reaching for chips, what about some red pepper slices with hummus? Or just an apple? Or a handful of blueberries? It's such a simple swap to get another color in. Okay, and here's a pro tip that makes this whole thing way more accessible. The frozen food section is your best friend. Seriously, frozen fruits and veggies are picked when they're perfectly ripe and then flash frozen, so they lock in all those nutrients. They're usually cheaper, they last forever, and they're just as healthy. It's a total game changer. So as you can see, Eat the Rainbow is so much more than just a cute saying. It's a really simple, powerful, science-backed way to think about food, which really just leaves one question for you to think about. What color are you going to add to your next meal